big central one there.
The big central one. Sorry, that is
Skills.
that is not where the record button is. The record button's over on the right-hand side in the middle of the right-hand side, not in the center.
I was looking for the perception button, you see.
Oh, well, I don't have one because as a GM, I don't have a character sheet. The center of my screen, there's a tabaxi. I'm going to click on the tabaxi.
Or is it socket? Or is
no,
it
that's hobby. That is definitely a tabaxi. Hello, and welcome to Cause and Effect. This is a homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign. My name is Crash. I'll be your GM for the evening. Tonight, I am joined by a bunch of awesome people, including Beth, Ellie, and Io. Who wants to tell me what happened last time?
Well, our Jin friend was yelling at Mephits and whatnot to go away, and also the Mephits were explosive, and now we have found the person whom the Jin honestly wishes us to kill, but is willing to accept a mere release the Jin from this here book because the book is inconvenient. And there's a canon. The canon is canon.
It's a canonical canon, yes. Oh,
yes.
I should change the episode name to that.
Canonical canon?
I'm not going to because I've decided the episode name is Hammer to a Gunfight.
If it's the right kind of hammer, that's not a problem.
It's Chainbreaker.
Exactly. See? Not a problem.
When your tool is Chainbreaker, every problem looks like a nail.
Or chain.
That's it. Is there anything else that someone wants to add? All right. Well, the recap that I have written down, let's see. After getting some new anti-nanite ranged weapons, the party were introduced to Torrent Thumbcrush, head librarian of the Idano branch of the Great Library, and his long-suffering assistant, Bookworm. The Kobold and Dragonborn, respectively, had a book that needed to be dealt with, as it was the prison of a Jinn named Gazra Azam. Gazra Azam had been summoned and bound to assist Zerkrin, a Water Genasi wizard, with his research on making a flying fortress similar to what some cloud giants have used in the past and present. There is a certain kobold in the Pack Tactics campaign who had a flying fortress, as an example. When Gazra Azam stopped being helpful, he was imprisoned in the book. At some point, the book was donated to the Great Library and thus came to the attention of Torrent Thumbcrush. A previous party had been assigned to hunt down Zerkrin, but his lair was hastily abandoned and was now the home of a bronze dragon. The party decided the best path forward was to attack the dragon, which did not end well. Still, this introduced the dragon to representatives from the Great Library and Flag, and they were given permission to search through Zerkrin's abandoned notes for clues to his whereabouts. It turns out that Zerkrin had left his previous lair in a hurry because lackeys of Sclerora's had come knocking, which was a good enough reason to give Attempt 2 Electric Boogaloo to the Second Chances cohort. Zerkrin's new lab was in the ruins of a cloud giant fortress, which looked like a tornado had demolished all but the basement, first floor, and a little bit of the second floor. Oh, yeah, and the first floor was full of cloud giant ghosts. Possibly the second floor too, but you didn't go up there. You went down. And you managed to get to the stairs by not aggroing any of the ghosts because you used a very unorthodox strategy called don't loot everything you see.
We had a job.
Most parties, you put loot, they loot it. You decided, no. We are not going to be murder hobos.
Or loot hobos.
Or loot hobos, yes. Which would require you to be murder hobos because that would have aggroed the ghosts and then you would have had to murder them again. As soon as
is that murder or is that laying them to rest?
Potato, potato.
Okay.
As soon as they took to the stairs to the basement, they were accosted by several water elementals and ice methods. Gazra Azam pulled his incorporeal weight by banishing several of them, and the Second Chances easily took down the rest. Our adventure continues in the basement, where the party have found Zerkrin, several more elementals, and, oh yeah, a large magical cannon that's primed and ready to fire. And so, we continue. This time on Dragon Ball Monty.
Is it like Hut Ball? Are we allowed to kick the ball?
Technically, you know what? I think the joke would be better if I said Dragon Ball Z.
We don't like Zed.
Well, I also don't like Dragon Ball. Well, the animated version. And I'm not going to go into the rant about why it's not the fault of the people who made the manga. It's the fault of scheduling. But not going to go into that here. Desire to explain in more depth. No, will not. This is not about bad anime. This is about good D&D. Because it exists somewhere. We are in combat. We rolled for initiative before we started the recording. And an air elemental is going to go first. So I'm going to hit begin combat. There we go. And this elemental right here is going to fly forward and attempt to hit Tex. Because not all of us are wise. Let's see. According to this, it's not going to do that. It is going to... Let me expand this so I can see how many times it can attack. 2 slam attacks. Alrighty. The first attack is definitely not going to hit Tex. The second attack is definitely not going to hit Tex. It is now Tex's turn.
Don't mess with Texas. Sorry.
Are the wood bits in the room shelves or tables?
Those are tables covered in lab equipment.
Okay. And the air elementals are 10 by 10?
Yes. Well, there is an air elemental and the other one, the one that's further away near the giant glowing crystal thing in the middle of the room. That's a water elemental.
Ah, gotcha.
Together, they make the power of steam, right?
I mean, you'd probably need a fire elemental in there, too.
Oh, well, I see. They're just the power of humidity. Got it.
The power of humidity and or the power of carbonation.
Busy!
Okay. Well, Tex is wielding Chainbreaker. That's a 12 to hit. And for an elemental, nope. That is unfortunately not high enough. The second roll, however, is
nat 20?
a nat 20, which brings it to 30. Go ahead and do your thing.
I'm not sure if this will work, but I'm going to do a trip attack.
A trip attack. When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die to attempt to knock the target down. As an air elemental, you are not going to be able to knock it down.
Okay.
You can't knock the legs out from under it.
Yeah, it doesn't have legs.
Exactly.
It also says specifically on the character sheet that it is immune to being prone. That is that's 45 points of damage with your first hit. What's that?
It should only be, it should only be 34.
Oh.
I took the two average D10s and subtracted them because it's only supposed to be 2D10.
Okay.
But you had a crit. Okay.
Yeah, the crit was...
It was 1D10, and then I crit. So I put in plus 2D10.
Yeah.
And then it doubled that.
It was a lot of damage. You did a lot of damage to this.
And I also move it south 5 feet. Because
there we go.
Oh.
Crusher feat. When you score a critical hit that deals bludgeoning damage to a creature, attack rolls against that creature are made with advantage until the start of your next turn. Well, that's rather convenient for the rogues.
I thought so.
Yes. Anything else you want to do?
Yes.
You make a beeline for Zerkrin because you don't care about attacks of opportunity, what are they going to do to you, and you pick Zerkrin up and say, no, bad.
Pet Ganassi, no.
That comes pretty close, but also I'm no longer within 5 feet of the air element.
This is true.
So I do have to figure out how far I can move. That is still the measuring tool. Oh, that puts me back within 5 feet of it. Yeah, I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay. Will it actually do anything? Let's find out. No. You feel a refreshing breeze.
It is refreshing. I am going to end my turn there.
Okay. Zirclin does not like that.
Should have thought of that before sicking the air elemental on us.
This isn't the first elemental that was sicked on you by this guy. With that said,
true.
Hobby, it is your turn. And may I point out that attacks against this specific elemental right here, close to you, but not next to you, will be made with advantage.
Well, in that case, I think that is a perfectly excellent thing to be doing. Inventory, dagger, and consume my advantage as usual. Will 27 hit?
A 27 will definitely hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
And don't forget your sneak attack.
Well, first I do the damage. It's normal damage.
That's 9 points of damage. That's respectable.
9 points. That's respectable. That's respectable. And then I scroll down and I get my sneak attack and I roll my sneak attack damage.
Which at this point is 6 six-sided die for 34 damage. It is bloody, which is really weird because it's made of air.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing. One more little teensy little thing. Where's my spells? Are you
going to smite it? Remember, smite's an ability unless you're using one of the fancy ones.
Yeah.
It's a feature.
No, it's in the spells.
It is in the spells.
It's Divine Smite, special self, one enemy.
That's a weird place to put it, but okay. Okay.
Well, it's because it eats spells. 16.
All right. How do you want to do this? It had 13 hit points left.
The poor thing. The poor thing.
Well, after the crit from Tex, if Ellie hadn't said, no, don't put those points in, Ellie's first strike would have bloodied it.
So, Hobby will zip in like a cat with the zoomies, slice up, down, sideways, shing, 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 in an anime style with the dagger, and then come down with one final attack that basically goes kaboom, and disperse it, looking extremely cool with like little wisps of air coming around from where she sliced down.
I'm tempted to add the icon that says this is dead, but it's an elemental, which means that once it dies, it dissipates.
And forevermore, Hobby will be able to say that her knives are so sharp that she can both slice and kill the air.
Mm-hmm. And dice the wind.
That's really good. We had beans and sauerkraut the other night, and hoo boy, why in the world did the Quest Hub Bar and Grill think that was a good idea? And it was open mic night too.
Hobby will pose and smirk at basically anything that looks like an enemy in the room.
What the heck? You didn't even give me a chance to monologue.
That's our job. Next.
No, it's my job. I'm the one making a flying fortress out of cloud giant technology.
I think Hobby will relinquish her. Actually, there may be one final thing. Let me just check my abilities. I don't think I can make that work. Is the cannon a creature?
It is a mechanical device. With that said,
can I do a vow of enmity on it?
I will allow you to rage against the machine.
I'm not a barbarian. Oh well, it's
if you're doing a vow of enmity, it's kind of a paladin rage. Yes.
Yeah, that's true. I will hold that briefly because I can do it as a bonus action, and all it does is give me automatic advantage.
Now, I notice that you've got a particular book of mine that I unfortunately lost due to a different ragtag band of adventurers. Here's the deal. You haven't done any actual damage to anything I care about yet. So, if you leave the book, I'll allow you to leave. And bygones will, as they say, be bygones. What do you say?
How tall is this Genasi?
They are average size for a humanoid, so 5.5 feet. They look up to you literally, but not figuratively.
Tex will crouch down so that she's looking this Genasi in the eyes. I strongly urge you to surrender. This will go much, much more easily if you do.
No, you don't get to just play the reverse Uno card. I gave you the opportunity to surrender.
I think you misunderstand. I am a war machine named Tex the Chainbreaker. I have given my word that I will free the being bound to your book. You may surrender, or the other option.
Interesting proposal. My counter
After all,
offer. Yes.
You haven't done anything to us yet that we would consider unforgivable, so that's why we can give you the chance to surrender.
Well,
Grin.
I am going to roll this, even though I have a suspicion I know how it's going to go.
Intimidation.
Okay. With a 16, I should probably roll something against that.
If you like.
well, that's an interesting offer. But for the record, you aren't the only machine in this basement right now.
And Zikrin holds up a wand that the head of it looks kind of like a bird's head. You can see it in his art, sort of, if you zoom in close enough. It's the thing that he's holding up kind of like he's ready to press a button on a remote control to make it do a thing.
It's a remote control.
It is a remote control. And guess who goes next? The cannon.
The cannon.
Yes. Tex, because you're the one in Zikrin's face, literally. I would like you to make a dexterity saving throw, DC 17.
Okay.
Is it a water cannon?
No.
I'm just wondering because the Ganassi there is also like right there, so
Yes, I am aware.
Okay.
Okay, that's a 7. All right, so here's what happens. The crystal that is directly behind Zikrin starts to... It was already glowing. The glow intensifies and it pulses and then dims again.
Not much better.
As it dims, the light coming from inside the cannon brightens, lens flares. What is this? Indomitable. You can reroll any saving throw. And you got a 13. Okay.
I have one more thing to check.
Well, Zikrin is doing this regardless of whether or not you make the save. So
Sure.
the description holds as you look for the one more thing. The cannon then swivels abruptly to point at Tex. And if I use a measuring tool, that is not the measuring tool I wanted. That's an AoE. If the AoE happens, that's bad. Okay, yes, it does have line of sight to Tex without having to go through Zikrin.
That's 80 feet. It would have to take a double move to get to me.
It's not moving.
we know.
And the thing I was looking for was I was pretty sure that Cavill gave me Bardic Inspiration last time, and that should last 10 minutes, I think.
I
But,
did. I thought-
It's not in the back scroll, so I can't prove it.
I have one inspiration used up. I gave it to you.
Okay,
I
go
know, I
ahead
gave
and
it.
roll your Bardic Inspiration. And
Also
we'll
don't
add
wanna
that to
die
the
that.
13 because you still used Indomitable.
Is it a
Is that a
D4?
D10 or a D12?
It's a D10.
Even better.
All right. Well, that brings it to a 16, which means you are 1 away from making the save. Do you have a luck point?
Yeah. Maybe. No, I don't.
Well, you do now because you failed the save.
Yes.
This is going to be 7d6 cold damage. And if it was going to hit anyone, no offense, Tex, but it's best that it's you. Okay, that is 25 points of cold damage from this blast.
Unless
Alright.
Tex wishes to invoke a...
I don't.
Okay. We are saving our ring charges.
This is also true. This is a thing we can do. All right. Next up is A.
So if you do that 8 or 9 more times, I might be worried.
Fun fact, that wasn't Zikrin's turn. That was the cannon's turn. It goes at initiative 20. It's a lair action.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
Yes. I'm just letting you know.
Zikrin.
I'm just letting you know because when Zikrin has his turn in the initiative order, I don't want anyone to go, but didn't he just go?
No, his cannon went.
Yes, that is canonically what happened. And I keep trying to move A, but instead I have measured twice. Now I can cut once. There
At
we
once,
go.
yeah.
A is going to run behind this one table full of all kinds of lab equipment and knickknacks and paddywhacks and a dog with a bone. Well, that's a little sculpture. It's a tchotchke. Never mind. And from there, A is going to attempt to throw some psychic daggers. And where is that feature? Psychic blades. Not going to use the strength-based ones, because that would be funny, but no. All right. An 18 and a nat 20. And they bounce.
Oh no.
I'm not going down that easy.
Next is Zikrin's turn. Let's see. What
Nat
would a
20
wizard do?
bounces. That's just wrong.
What would a wizard do? Well, he's immune to psychic damage. What would a
Jerk.
wizard do if someone was in their face? Ah, yes, this is
Fireball?
probably what he would do. Well, he knows how big the room is, so he wouldn't have to ask.
Also, he's right there, though.
Okay. Tex, time for you to make another saving throw.
Okay.
This time it's charisma. DC 17.
I should have saved endowment.
Oof. That's a 13. All right, so banishment. You attempt to send one creature that you can see within range to another plane of existence. The target must succeed on a charisma saving throw or be banished. If the target is native to this plane of existence, which you are, yes, you're from the future, but the future is the same plane as this one, you banish the target to a harmless demiplane. While there, the target is incapacitated. The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target appears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space, if that space is occupied. If the target is native to a different plane, yada, 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 you don't need to read that. All right, so Tex disappears. I am...
Actually,
Hmm?
because of the lingering temporal energies caused by me being sent back in time, I stay where I am.
You use Chroma's out-of-date science journal.
Very nice.
Yes, because it's been an episode or two since we talked about this, Chroma's out-of-date science journal is a consumable magical item. That does not mean you eat it. Please do not eat the books.
I do not eat anything.
Well, sorry, the librarians are a little concerned after a certain goblin paladin barbarian was in the library. You may use this journal to explain a scientific principle that will allow you or an ally to treat a failed save as a successful save, or to take a successful save where damage would be reduced by half and instead take no damage at all. As the owner of the journal, it is your responsibility to describe the science, and there's air quotes there, behind why the effect takes place. But your proposed theory can be 100% fictional, and you are encouraged to make it as fanciful as possible. Having temporal energies from you traveling back in time 3 years ago, I think at this point, is definitely fanciful. Okay.
I mean, we are paradoxes. I feel like being a paradox ought to make the temporal energy just stick.
I'm not a pair of ducks. I'm a kobold, and I've always been one except for that one time that I was a manticore, which is a little confusing that that's canon.
I remember that.
Yes. Wild magic tables are fun. Where was I? Lost my
With
place.
the wizard being
For-
extremely surprised that the banishment didn't work.
Well, that is also going to be the case, yes. For the period of time where the saving throw is relevant, the laws of the universe conform to your outdated theory, at least in regards to the target making the saving throw. After the results of the saving throw are resolved, the Science Journal's publisher issues a retraction. How much do I want to RP that? And this issue ceases to be effective. This is not a book written by Chroma, famed moon-dwelling kobold adventurer and inventor, so much as it is a periodical to which Chroma was subscribed. Imagine the yard sale, where all of Chroma's out-of-date science journals are just in boxes like National Geographic's.
Yeah, how much for the box of science journals? I'll give you 3 silver for it.
Hey, sure, they're out of date anyway.
I love this. Okay, Tex is not banished.
Will you satisfy my curiosity?
Go on.
You were concentrating on a spell before you cast banishment, which is another concentration spell. What were you concentrating on?
Oh, nothing of importance.
Okay.
Give me an insight check.
It was meant to be an out-of-character question.
Yes, but I'm treating it as in character because it's funny. With a 26, it was something important. And Zikrin forgot that it was important because there was a giant robot in his face.
Chainbreaker. Adds 1d4 to my wisdom checks. And I figured out how to actually do that.
Oh, nice.
All right, it is Gazra Azam's turn. Gazra Azam is going to move forward to be at the bottom of the stairs. Aha! Zikrid, you scoundrel! You're going down before this fortress goes up. I believe that's how it works. And because Gazra Azam is incorporeal, can't actually fight, he's just gonna be there.
Yell at he can yell at the water elemental.
He yells at the cloud of water. Yes. He's quite old.
Yes, yells at clouds. Excellent.
Yes. All right. You could say his age is 80 HD. Oh, wait, that's me. Never mind. Look, I heard that joke the other day, and it was funny to me, so I'm using it. Cavill.
I really want to successfully use this spell.
May the dice be ever in your favor.
You know what wizards tend not to be good at? Making
surviving
strength
1d4 damage.
Strength check.
Telekinesis. Okay, what's my save that I have to make?
It's not a save. It's a strength check versus my spellcasting ability check. And because I'm a bard, I have half proficiency in that.
So not as good as a save. Well, it's a +0 bonus either way. All right, here we go. Well, you're going to have to beat an 8. Good luck.
Where is my proficiency? That rounds down. D&D rounds down. So that is a bonus of 2.
With a 15, somewhere in a galaxy far, far away, a terrible Sith accountant punches the air.
How tall is the room?
It's made for giants, so the ceiling is a good 30 feet up.
I will take him 30 feet up, and then I will drop him.
I told you were going down. Thank you, Cavill, for making it be literal.
Well, what goes down has to go up first.
I like the cut of your jib.
It's my sibling!
Okay,
Thank
well,
you. I
it's
didn't
30
learn
feet.
vicious mockery, so I have to find other ways to make dangerous puns.
And there's no fish present at all, so we're free to make them. That's going to be 10 points of fall damage. Zikrin understands the gravity of that vicious mockery.
Is he prone? Does he land prone?
I believe when you take fall damage, you land prone,
Yes.
which should give anyone who attacks him in melee until he can get up advantage.
Oh no, Tex is right there with a very large hammer. And as a paladin has the ability to smite. All right. Is there anything else that you do?
I'm going to look at the initiative.
And by you, I
No,
also
everyone
include
is. Actually, yes, I do. Wait, what's the range on that? 60 feet, not 30. Yes, I want to give Tex Bardic Inspiration again. And it can't pop up because it still thinks I don't have resources that I do have because it doesn't work.
It's okay. We can just verbalize it. It's fine.
Yes.
It's pretend that your character sheet is an actual sheet of paper, like in the Dark
Indeed.
Ages. When
It
we
just
banged
doesn't
rocks
leave
together.
the record to refer back to. But Bardic Inspiration, it is used.
Back in the Dark Ages, when we banged rocks together to cast Fireball, but one of the rocks was a piece of flint, and there was a lot of natural gas. Does Magpie do anything other than just hang on the stairs?
No. Magpie has 1 hit point, and Cavill is not trying to cast touch spells right now.
Okay. I mean, you already did a reach out and touch someone. It's fine.
Yes.
And then reach out and drop someone.
Okay. It is the water elemental's turn. I love that it has an attack called Whelm.
It's an overwhelm?
It could also underwhelm.
Underwhelm?
But if it takes the middle of the road, then it just whelms. Okay. The water elemental rushes forward to try to protect Zikrin. It hangs up on the giant crystal because the DM is bad at navigating things around walls. All right. So it is going to use its Whelm ability. And for that, each creature in the elemental space, which right now is just Tex, must make a DC 15 strength saving throw. On a failure, the target takes X number of bludgeoning damage. I'm assuming Tex is going to make the saving throw. I'll deal with that if she doesn't. And be grappled.
For the record, this is DC 15.
Yeah.
I cannot fail.
It's a shame this is not a video format because the slow grin that appeared on my face after you said that. Yes, Tex has plus 15 to strength saving throws. 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. Unless this is Clue, in which case the butler is adding up a lot of different numbers and then the gun goes off and the chandelier falls down.
I could cause that last one.
All right. And let me see. You could. Unfortunately, there's no chandeliers in here. Not even one in pieces labeled lot 666. I'm looking through this to see if there's any half damage on a made save. And I'm not seeing that. It's Tex, you've gone through a bot wash. It's weird. Everyone here knows Tex is the heavy hitter, so they're focusing on Tex. But Tex was prepared for this eventuality.
Yes, she was.
All right. That is the end of the round of initiative. And as the next round starts, there is a crunching sound above you, followed by 2 heavy thuds.
That
Tex.
would be the not very important thing that was being concentrated on.
It's quite possible. You might find out what it was after this battle. Tex, it is your turn.
With the characteristic anime light flare on the ground around her feet.
It expands into a full body aura because you're inside a water elemental still.
Yes.
Peerless Athlete. As a bonus action, you can use your channel divinity to augment your athleticism. For the next 10 minutes, you have advantage on strength, athletics, and dexterity acrobatics checks. You can carry, push, drag, and lift twice as much weight as normal. And the distance you can long and high jump increases by 10 feet. Please continue.
I reach down and pick the wizard up by the collar.
Ooh, grapple.
Good news. The wizard is no longer prone.
The wizard is now dangling like a kitten from Tex's mighty metal fist.
And I didn't bring it up verbally, but you can tell from the character art. This is a water genasi that does, in fact, enjoy cookies, clearly. They are a bit rotund. They are not smooth like a shark. They are smooth like a walrus. With that said...
Aww. We be taking its bucket. And there's an old meme.
I got that reference. I understood that reference. With that said, with a 26, the wizard Zikrin is definitely dangling his not so little feetsies.
I am going to move my 20 feet. The water elemental again gets an attack of opportunity.
Okay. Come on and slam.
Zikrim is if I can move around the crystal.
I can't move Zikrin around the crystal either.
And I am moving so that I'm holding Zikrim directly south of me.
That's what I thought you might be doing.
You now have a Ganassi shield.
Unhand me, you bucket of bolts!
I think I will not. Now, you have watched me ignore every attack you have attempted against me. So I ask you again, will you surrender, or will I continue to attack you? The choice is yours.
What do you want?
I want you to free the genie from the book.
And that's it? You'll leave after that?
The genie might not, but I will.
What we're being paid for.
Fine.
The task is to free the genie from the book.
Gazra Azam, I release you from your task. You're free.
So the book had a little ornate lock on the cover of it. It wasn't a functional lock. It was iconography. It was low relief emboss. And that image on the book moves. It opens. The book was already open because you could see Gazra Azam right here. But now the lock on the cover of the book has also opened. And Gazra Azam solidifies a bit. Well, that was very refreshing. I got to see Zikrin take a great fall. Are you properly humiliated over there? Yes. Wonderful. So glad to hear it. Couldn't have happened to a nicer person, because a nicer person wouldn't have deserved it. Well, I did promise all of you my one wish for the year.
Wait, you can give wishes?
Well, yes.
You told me you couldn't.
Well, I lied. But in any case, I can manage to grant you one wish, but it will just be one, and after that, I'm going home. No offense. You've been delightful. But this plane hasn't.
No, that's fair. That's very fair.
Also,
Indeed.
Extremely understood.
I'm wondering if Tex has anything left to do during her turn, because for some reason we're still in initiative.
I have an attack, which I am holding.
Okay. Next up will be Hobby.
Bobby will also hold her attack, although she is going to go. Let's see. Oops, that's 1, 4, 5. Just so she can have some cover if that annoying thing fires.
It looks like it's primed and
she'll-
ready to fire, but if Gazra Azam, not Gazra Azam, if Zikrin doesn't make it shoot, then it's just going to stay primed.
Yeah, I'm still going to have a table to hide behind
That's
and hold
wise.
my attack.
The text here actually tells me things about if you are taking half cover and stuff, so that's kind of neat. Well, it specifically says that you can use the tables for half cover.
Right.
All right. Next up. Cavil, you know how Magpie was told to wait at the top of the stairs so they wouldn't get hurt?
Yes. Yeah.
They are not at the top of the
That's what I
stairs
thought
anymore.
you'd say.
Did someone hurt Magpie?
Yes. With a roll that I didn't even bother to make because it has a plus 18.
Ouch. Magpie needs more armor class.
Well, look at all this stuff here. Hey, there's the crystal I was told to get. And, oh, hello over there. It's A!
Ah!
Zed walks down the stairs. Zed is somewhat covered in frost and bits of snow and a significant number of wood splinters.
Was someone concentrating on an anti-teleport shield?
No.
Should I roll detect lies?
That would be insight.
Da, 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 da. No. I'm obviously too distracted.
You can't tell if that was an honest no or not.
I'm dubious, but there are many other things that could have been being concentrated on, like an anti-find things, if you don't happen to be a genie, a djinn.
Hey, wait a minute. You're that bard that stands in the back and, floats in the back and wiggles your fingers and makes the overpowered robots even more overpowered, right?
No, that's me!
Completely different bard, sorry.
Right. Well, then understand that I'm only doing this on a matter of principle.
But I want to roll a deception. No, it's me.
Okay.
Aren't I in the air?
Yes, you are always in the air.
Were you 30 feet up?
No.
How high up were you?
That has a reach of 30 feet?
No, I'm looking at your character sheet and it says 30 feet. But oh wait, this is traveled.
That's how far I moved
Yeah.
on my turn.
That's why I said 30 feet. The slam does not have a reach of 30 feet. That slam attack, we're going to just make it go away. Because
And the other
don't
one?
know how far up I am. I assume I'm mid-staircase height.
okay, and considering the ceiling is 30 feet up, I'm going to say you're about 15 feet in the air. Which
I should set that. I just couldn't. Oh, there's how to set that. There. Now it's on my. No, it's not. Why is it not? There we go. That's where that goes.
all right. Well, he cannot slam you. However, he can use an Eldritch Turret.
Those might be worse.
Does a 22 hit?
You've got ring.
And this is the
Yes,
reason
and
why you
even
have
with
the ring.
ring, it hits.
Hmm?
Yes, and even if I used the ring, it would hit.
Yes, but also you'll take half damage.
True. That's true. I
And we
do
get to
like
roll.
to take half damage.
And we would get to roll to see if there's a glitch. The GM says,
Yes.
smiling way too much.
And I can't find the thing to activate it. It doesn't show its charges.
I never figured out how to get that to work properly with the recent updates. I've made magical items in this before, but the new version of the D&D add-on for Foundry isn't letting me do it right. We only recently learned how to make magical items attunable again.
Inventory.
Yes.
I think, did I make mine?
More than I
Why
think
did
a
activate
few
twice?
of you added things that allowed you to keep track
Yes,
of how
there
many
it is.
charges it had.
Yep.
I think Tex used it once during this arc.
In
Don't want that
if you
thing.
edit it and go to the details tab, there's under equipment details, there's an equipment properties. You have to check the box that says magical.
It's checked.
Under limited uses, does it say max 3?
No,
Okay. It should be
Let-
spent 0, max 3.
spent 1 now. Long rest recovery.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Maybe it will work. I say maybe it will work because Bardic Inspiration is also set up like that, and
And
not
it's being mean.
working.
Yeah.
Mm.
Regardless, we know that with the ring activated, 1, you have to roll a d6 to see if you get a glitch. But 2, you're going to take 10 points of Eldritch Turret damage. Okay. With a 5, that means no glitch. It only glitches on 1s. Unless you have some resistance to necrotic abilities.
I'm pretty sure I'm not resistant to necrotic.
Okay.
No,
I agree. I know there's some ways
might
that
be
can be arranged, but
Yeah, I'm resistant to fire. I was briefly resistant to radiant because I had a particular armor, but I am not resistant to necrotic. However, I do not lose concentration.
alrighty.
Well, that didn't work out.
Huh. Well, you know what they say. If it doesn't work once, try again.
Do I have anything? I did hold my attack.
Yes, you can definitely make an attack. I'm going to roll the damage for this Eldritch Turret also.
Which is also presumably going to be half damage.
It is still going to be half damage because Cavil is surrounded by a slight field that dissipates or absorbs or redirects the damage. Bindle wasn't 100% clear on this, and neither was JR. Well, not JR, PT. JR did invent it, but PT was the one who brought technology. It was future JR. For details, listen to all the previous episodes. Excelsior.
And we do mean all of them.
Yes. But that would be 15 points of damage because it was 30, but you're taking half. All right. And it looks like you've made your concentration saving throw again.
Well, in any case, X, get down here. I found the crystal. And A. A's here? Oh, good. Hey, we made a new batch of cookies. You sure you don't want to join us?
All right. It is the Elemental Cannon's turn because now we are at initiative 20.
Attacks.
A hobby attacking turn.
Oh, that's right. Hobby's attacking because Hobby held her action. So go ahead and do your attack.
Hobby, first of all, how far away am I from this? Too far
you
for
ran
that one.
over to that during your turn and then said
Yeah, so I'm looking at the.
Yeah.
So I'm
you can do
definitely
range attacks.
25.
If only you had a ranged weapon specifically made for proto-jurors.
Yeah, but that only works if they're scratch. Oh no, it doesn't. I
They're
have the darts.
They're piercing.
Yes. The ranged weapons were specifically piercing weapons so that they're basically hypodermic needles. The javelins are dialysis needles.
Yeah, I would like to use one of them just to see how that goes.
Okay. An anti-nanite dart.
Am I in range?
I'm going to say yes. I'm not
It says
going
20
to bother to
slash
look
60 feet. It says 20/60 feet, so who knows?
it up. See, I was planning on not looking it up because I didn't want to map it.
Well, it's certainly
Zed
within
is 45
60
feet away from you.
Will a 17 hit?
A 17 will not.
Would an 18 hit?
It would not.
Eh.
Go ahead and add a luck point.
Indeed, I have to add a luck point. There's a
All
luck
right.
point. Huh.
And
suppose the
reduce the
question
number
is-
of anti-nanite darts you have by 1.
Where'd they go? It already did.
Okay.
And the nanites that misscatter.
Yes, they do.
Doing
And they create a puddle.
thing.
I'm going to
Yes.
need to...
Draw the puddle.
I'm going to need to draw a puddle. What did you do today, Crash? I drew a puddle.
But did you draw a poodle?
No, it was not a poodle puddle. It was a fire hydrant outside. Fill type, solid. Fill color. No, we are going to have this be yellow. There. But not because it's urine. It's because it's glowing yellow.
Oh, it glows yellow and not silver. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I can't make it be silver. It would just be gray.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, now it is the
Well-
elemental cannon's turn. Unless Tex decides to do something, because Tex was also holding an attack.
I want to make that wish, but I'm not sure that counts as an attack.
Talking is a free action. And the person who would actually be doing something for the wish would be Gazra Azam. But you can definitely tell
That's
Gazra
true.
Azam what you want the wish to be.
Then Tex will speak up across the room. I would like to invoke the wish that you have promised us. Tex would not make that mistake. I wish that the being known as Sclerora Springweather, whom I'm thinking of now, should be no longer able to control any animate object she creates or created in the past, present, or future, or any other being, by direct control, compulsion, coercion, suggestion, or other means other than a request with the object or being willingly and knowingly agrees to.
Well, that is certainly a mouthful. Have you made wishes before?
I have had quite some time to think about what I would like Sclerora to not be able to do.
Well, I am certainly willing to enact this wish when it is my turn in the initiative order.
Indeed, I shall be patient.
Zikrin says,
No, no, no. I am not surrendering to 2 parties of adventurers. Technically, we're not adventurers. We're minions. Semantics aside, you.
and Zikrin, did you put Zikrin's down, by the way?
I will put Zikrim down and dust off, smooth out the front of his coat.
While you're doing this, Zikrin leans around you, holds up his remote wand, and presses a button. And the
I was hoping
elemental
that would
cannon,
happen.
the elemental cannon requires Zed to make a saving throw.
Poppy is feeling glad that she did not, in fact, put a vow of enmity onto the elemental cannon after all.
For the record, Zed does not have a modifier for dexterity saving throws.
Let's.
But is going to burn a legendary resistance for that 15 because he needed to be a 17.
Oof.
Yes. Zed is going to take
That's
12
half
points
damage.
of cold damage.
Does it break the armor?
It is now more heavily frosted. Zed is looking more abominable.
Does the top of the armor have tips?
Yips.
Give yourself another luck point.
Frosted tips like hair.
Right.
Most of the protogers, for the most part, are like silver and blue, but for some reason, the top of this armor looks bleach blonde, except for the very tips of it. It's very spiky. And then Zed shakes their head, and the yellow snow that was on top of their head flies off and scatters. Don't eat that.
Don't eat that.
It's like Blendtec. Yellow snow. Don't eat that. Also, if it's aerosolized, don't breathe that. Right. So, it is A's turn. A is going to...
Run
Actually,
away.
no.
Bravely want to run.
I think that's a good idea.
It is a very good idea. But first, A is going to use Psychic Blades. Actually, no, I'm wrong. I said A was going to use Psychic Blades, and as I was waiting for the die to roll, I changed my mind. A is going to use... Where is it? You see, well, for everything else, A's been using a feature. That's what the Psychic Blades are. I haven't had to look in A's inventory for things.
A has darts too.
A has darts too. And if we take a look, Zed has Gazra Azam right next to them. Cavil is also there, but 15 feet in the air, spacey, wacy, wibbly wobbly. However, Gazra Azam is right there. So I, the GM, am going to say that because A is an old school kobold, A has advantage.
Excellent. Excellent.
Because I want to see the darts work, dagnabbit.
There's a 28.
The 28 will hit.
Yay!
And because of the nature of these, if used against a proto-juror or anything made or empowered by nanites, the damage ends up being like it was a crit.
Excellent.
Which is only 12 points of damage, but that's not the main deal with this. The dart
main deal is
flies through the air and hits Zed, and a yellow glow appears through all the chinks in the armor. Oh, that's weird. Am I glittery? Yes. In fact, Zed
like
is
a vampire.
Like someone who got hit by the glittering prizes spell. No, that's not true. The
Like someone who got hit by guiding bolt?
the spell that when you cast it, they immediately die, making its secondary effect useless.
That's guiding bolt. Yes.
I'm paddleboarding here.
Well,
it's fine.
That's also acid arrow.
That too.
But that hasn't happened in a while.
I'm just going to keep using the wrong name on purpose paddleboarding because of Ellie's character in the Star Wars game.
The other Star Wars game.
The other Star Wars game. Yes. But with that said, with the glowing...
third to last Star Wars game we broadcast an episode for.
With this glowing effect, the next attack on Zed will be made at advantage. And also another effect, Zed can't use teleportation right now.
Zed is not getting out of this one.
Until the end of the affected being's next turn, a yellow glow leaks out from the wound. It is unable to hide or teleport until this effect ends, and the movement speed is reduced by half. And with that done, A is not going to use A's offhand Psychic Blades attack because that doesn't do a lot of damage. Instead, A is going to move back over to here, behind the table, and is going to use a bonus action to hide.
Nice.
That is a 15 because A rolled a 3. And A is far from the strongest character here. It's Zikrin's turn. Zikrin will also take a moment to smooth his robes a little bit. Yes, you did it, but you didn't do it the way Zikrin likes it.
That's fair.
And Zikrin is going to move over to here because Zikrin was only going to move halfway, but then Zikrin realized what was behind Zikrin and decided, just move over a little bit more. Line of sight should be for the cannon to hit the stairwell, not for the cannon to hit Zikrin.
Mm-hmm.
And Zikrin's going to cast Lightning Bolt. And it really wants me to put a template down. And because of the nature of grid maps, it's not letting me angle it just right. I can either be wrong or wrong. So I'm just going to put this over here with the rest of the templates. There's no other templates, but humor me. Regardless, this spell is able to be cast to hit specifically Zed and not the people on either side of Zed. And that's going to be a dexterity saving throw. That's a succeeded dexterity saving throw.
One of these days he's going to fail one.
He failed the first one. He just decided to brush it off.
Oh,
Legendary defenses. Grr.
Yes. That would have been 28 points of damage. We're going to apply half of that. And it's worth pointing out, this was not an attack.
Lightning bolt isn't an attack?
No. It was you make a save against this. It was a localized 5-foot wide linear terrain feature.
I'm sure that Antux is going to keep that in mind.
I didn't make an attack roll, did you?
I have to roll to hit.
Which means Guiding Bolt, yes, I said the right name, is still in effect. Just saying.
Useful.
All right. Gazra Azam says, right, so, whatever you just said, frankly, no offense, I couldn't be bothered to remember everything. That's what the wish should be. All right, Your wish is granted. Congratulations. With that, I take my leave. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
Gazra Azam vanishes. And we've been playing for well over an hour. What do you say we take a short break?
Sure, why not?
And that's when I said punchline. Get it? Because I have a slam attack. I can punch things real hard.
We're gonna deal with that.
I made that one up all my own.
Nanites.
Nanin.
Kidding.
With that said, Gazra Azam has left the field of battle and gone home to his own plane of reality. Mood. With that said,
Mood.
it is now Cavil's turn in the initiative order. Cavil, I'm going to say you are just far enough out of range of Zed that if they take a swing at you, their little fingers are going to just sort of not quite get to your Converse boots of flying.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This means that hopefully I'm out of attack of opportunity range.
You were too far away for a slam, so you're definitely out of attack of opportunity range. You can't make those with ranged attacks.
Yeah.
You better not make them with ranged attacks. That invokes some...
And Zed.
That's my name.
That's a psychic lance, which is also technically not an attack because that's another thing where there's a saving throw.
I'm preserving the attack advantage quite kindly for the people who make attacks.
Gonna burn our second legendary resistance.
How many does he get?
Most beings that have legendary resistances get 3. Okay, and is this a
See,
half damage?
I'm wearing him down.
Half damage on a save. Okay. All right. Anything else?
Not unless I want the healing word myself, and it's so few hit points that it wouldn't really help.
Okay. So next up is the water elemental. It is going to move 30 feet in this direction, which means it can't use its whelm ability on Zed. Oh no. It's going to get to roll at advantage.
No! Oh no! Oh well.
And that's a 17. It doesn't hit.
The
Water elementals
elemental
are not...
wasted our guiding bolt.
Yeah, they're not known for being hyper intelligent. Zed
Oh
is-
well.
not Zed. Oh wait, why are you sideways? Zikrin is just like, no, you fool! Don't attack the. Oh, sorry. There's a reason why I don't trust them with tools or heavy machinery.
Oh well.
Okay. Next up is X, who is going to come down the stairs. Also similarly covered with frost, snow, and a lot of splinters. Also shards of masonry. And that was 30 feet.
Is X going to step into the yellow pool
No.
of nanites?
They're assuming somebody had to use the bathroom. They walk around them.
What, they noticed? Should they make a perceptional for that?
It's a glowing pool on the stairs. It's literally a glowing
Uh-huh.
circle.
I only pay attention to those if they're green. That one's yellow.
Yellow's just a type of green.
X, you get the crystal. I'll get the cobalt. Sounds like a plan. Wait, do we do plans? Yes. Okay, because I'm not... Yes, we do plans. All right, because previously we do plans. Okay, but we're quiet out loud. Just get the crystal. Can I blast people too? Go ahead. Yay!
And too far away to do a slam attack, but can do Eldritch turrets. So this is going for hobby. That's a nat 20.
I am going to do a reaction. I
You-
think I
you
can.
Oh,
win it.
if you want...
Hmm?
I was going to do a reaction.
Well, I want to do
Oh.
absorb elements.
I
Now,
want
keep
to
in
say
mind-
no nat 20.
Oh, okay. If you would rather say no nat 20, that's probably better than mine.
Keep in mind that the nat 20 brought it to 38.
Yes, but the crit is the problem here.
Ah. Silvery barbs. There
Use
are
the lower roll.
there are DMs who have banned silvery barbs in their games. I keep being reminded of this.
Yes, but you gave an evil robot a plus 18 to hit.
I didn't say I've banned it. And during this session, I gave you a wish. You think I'm going to worry about silvery barbs
Yes.
after a wish?
Sorry. What were you saying, Lef?
It's still good to reroll the 20, the D20, but I did want to point out that Hobby currently cannot be the target of critical attacks.
I can't.
Nope, because you have the ring on. Adamantine ring protects you from crits.
Oh,
Yes, that
I
is an
didn't
additional
think
ability
did
it
that
has.
automatically.
I didn't spend a lot of time talking about that particular side effect of it, but yes, the ring is made of adamantine.
Never mind
damn it.
the
So you're,
thing then.
so you're not
Yeah.
doing silvery barbs, but instead, Hobby is going to use the reaction to activate their ring, which
No.
doesn't prevent. Oh, you're doing a different reaction.
Yes.
What reaction are you doing? Absorb elements. Spell captures some of the incoming energy, lessening its effect on you and storing it for your next melee attack. Oh no.
What damage type is the turret?
Necrotic.
Radiant, I think. Oh, necrotic, that's right.
Yeah, this
Necrotic
doesn't work on that.
trigger absorb element.
Yeah. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison.
Oh, foo. In that case, then I would like to refund my resource.
Then refund your resource.
And use the ring.
I think I'll use this dadgum ring. Okay,
Okay.
where's my ring? Find my ring. It's in my inventory, which I can never remember what these things are because they're just little icons.
Well,
have
I'll roll
opinions
the
about this.
damage. The ring doesn't matter so much. You are going to take 17 points of damage.
Let me just check and see. Can I can reduce that further? Is that one per reduce? Okay, sure. We'll take
Well,
7.
It doesn't stack with.
Yeah, it does not
Minus
stack
1,
with
7.
the other abilities. That was intentional. All right.
Out.
And it's going to attempt.
And roll 1d6.
Oh, yeah, because you use the ring. Roll d6 to see if you get a glitch. A 3. There is
3.
no glitch. And I'm just sitting here hoping.
Yeah,
I want
me too. I want it to be
glitches.
me.
Tex gets a glitch. Tex flies across the field and smacks into Zed.
It says hi there.
It is awkward for everyone.
Except Tex.
Okay, I gotta scroll up to find Eldritch Blast because of all these abilities that canonically did not happen. There we go.
I'll take this one away.
That is a second nat 20.
Krishna Murphy. Well, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. It's not a crit for real because adamantine ring. However, it's definitely a hit, and you are going to take
13.
13 points of necrotic damage. Yes.
Rude.
These rings are fair and balanced.
These kobolds are rude.
I mean, you are standing in our way, and after we were asked so
Yeah.
nicely to come and do this.
X, you know you don't have to be here, right?
I kind of want to be here. Well, I do want to leave, but I want to leave with A over there and that crystal thing over there. You see, my backstory is long and arduous and so tragic. It all began when I was Oh, sorry. I've been told that I wax too nostalgic about things. Bottom line, I'm trying to resurrect a god, and Sklora's going to help with that. We made a bargain. A pact, if you will. But not that kind of pact.
Are you sure it's not that kind of pact? Because you've been casting Eldritch Blast with your cannons.
Well, oh yeah. Well, I have a pact. Don't get me wrong. It's not a pact with Sclerora. Sclerora is kind of more of a handshake deal. And a take your brain out of your old body and put it in something else deal. No, my pact is with Malathomax. She'll be back one of these days, mark my words. I've been trying to get this done for over 3 years. Of actual time, not campaign time.
Can I interest you in a much better god?
I'm laughing at a GIF Ellie posted. Nope.
Oh.
Kind of like this one.
Yours is dead.
Yeah, not for long.
Mine's not right now, and doesn't even ask for levels.
Mine doesn't ask for levels either.
Mine gives powerful items that allow us to destroy all of our foes. Also, did your god take out a flying gnomish city? Because mine did. Also, Tex, it is your turn. Oh, I didn't make you visible. There we go.
Many gnomish cities. Although, in fairness, typically I took them out on his behalf. Also, he's not a god yet.
Technically, this particular person would be they, them, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. I knew that and I forgot.
No one's perfect.
Also, they're not a god yet, which does cause some ontological issues, which helped me earlier today. I strongly encourage you to go home or somewhere else.
Right. We plan on going home. Just need to grab a few things before we head out the door.
Zikrin, can this crystal be moved?
I'd prefer if it didn't, because it's currently powering the cannon. But yes, if you're strong enough, you could pick it up and move it. Keep in mind, it's not just heavy, it's awkward.
Indeed. I am saving it for a last resort.
Oh no.
Well, X said, if you will not leave willingly, then... Actually, let me measure something real quick.
40 feet away.
Yes, I will place myself there.
You're getting ready to do a thing.
Yes, I'm getting ready to do a thing.
I understand what you're doing. Sorry?
If you had the chance, would you want to attack right now?
Yes.
All right, hold your action.
Okay. I shall hold my action briefly. Ah, boo. What, sweetie?
Oh.
Break for cat. I do it.
Hobby
often
approves.
enough. Well, Hobby does not approve because the cat is not Hobby.
Well, that's true.
I'm sorry.
Hobby approves of the concept.
Here's where my brain went. I used to have a cat named Hobbs. And that's where my brain went. Because my cats do not approve when it's not about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not mean to take ownership of your character. For a brief moment,
No,
I
that's
conflated
fine.
your character's name with my cat's name. Because
I'm not
they're
gonna
both
complain.
named after the same fictional character who's named after a philosopher, but that's all besides the point. It's just named afters all the way down. Okay, Tex is
That's
holding
fine, yeah.
her action, which means I think we're moving on to Hobby.
Hobby is kind of cranky about which one is which. There's Z, so this must be X.
Yeah, X is the one that's closer to you, who just hit you with 2 Eldritch turrets. You are throwing an anti-nanite dart. 16 is not going to hit.
How high do I have to get?
7 more?
It's in the 20s, but I don't remember where it is.
23.
Okay.
In that case, I would like a luck point.
Okay.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I am taking my luck point, and it automatically deducted the dart. And do I have anything else that's nifty and cool? Oh, actually I do. I think I do. Come here, nifty cool things. I would like to hide.
Okay. You've got a table.
Yep.
But also, you're a cat. So you could just crouch down on the ground and pretend that no one sees you.
Well, the useful thing is that it actually works when I do it.
True. Although the pictures I shared from the vet's office for Socket during a recent visit, that floor was about the same color. Regardless, I believe that's your turn.
Yep.
Okay, it's Zed's turn. Zed is still unable to teleport because somebody hit Zed with a dart. At the end of Zed's turn, this will no longer be the case unless someone hits Zed with a dart again. But that means Zed can come over here and attempt to grapple a kobold.
The kobold was hiding.
Yes, the kobold
He'll
also
have to
rolled
make a
very low.
perception. Yeah, well, he doesn't he have to make a perception roll to make sure?
I'll make a perception roll, fine. I can't just make a perception roll because all the skills aren't on the character sheet anymore.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah, well, this isn't a character sheet for PCs. This is basically a monster stat block. Monsters don't get that anymore.
Monsters don't get any perception?
They don't get a list of skills that I can just click on to roll.
Oh, well, that's rude.
Yes, it is rude.
He rolled a 6. Does he perceive anything?
I have to scroll up because A rolled very low for stealth. Oh, no, A got a 15.
They rolled like a 15. Yeah. I mean, it's the case where he stomps over and A is like constantly right behind him as he's stomping around?
Okay, no, here's what happens. A went and hid under the table.
Mm-hmm.
Zed stomps over to the last place that Zed saw A. A isn't there. Zed lifts the table and looks under it. A is pinned to the bottom of the underside of the table, holding on for dear life with claws, with a panic expression on their face. As Zed looks down at the floor, where A isn't, because A is attached to the table. And Zed puts the table back down again. I was sure A was here somewhere. No matter. A couldn't have gotten far. Oh, I should probably do a slam attack and 2 Eldritch Blasts. Oh, no one's within range for slamming. Because somebody's still flying above.
Mm-hmm.
Turquoise boots of flying with little bat wings that are freaking adorable.
Mm-hmm.
I really like those Converse sneakers. I'm so glad I described them the way I did.
Cavil is not yet welcome to the jam.
Definitely not. Well, Zed is going to Eldritch Turret Cavil. Because you're right there. A 36.
Yeah.
Or ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you are going to take half of...
Oh.
And yep, that won't subtract. Great. Okay.
You're going to take 11 points of damage. Oh, wait.
I will take 11 points of damage.
Zed is here. Because I forgot Zed's movement was reduced by half. Because of the glowing thing. And for the second attack... A 35. I understand that for a lot of this, I'm rolling the D20, hoping for a nat 1. Because nat 1s are
Crit
funny
saving
when
throw.
it's the opponent.
Does a crit saving throw do anything?
That was not a crit.
It was a natural 20 on your
No.
con
No,
saving
it wasn't.
throw.
It was
Oh,
a 20
it's
plus 2 plus
green.
2.
I
Well,
do
it's-
not
sorry, 16
have
plus 2
a
plus 2.
+0 to con saves.
Oh,
Okay.
it's just green to be because it was a success.
Yeah.
Those always
You're-
confuse me.
For the second attack, you're taking 16 turret damage.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I was wrong. Not about the amount of damage, but Eldritch Turret doesn't do necrotic damage. It does force.
Still not absorbable.
True.
This is
But it's worth pointing out. Okay? And you keep making your concentration saves. All right. It is the cannon's turn, because we're at initiative 20. I am getting very tired of all of these home intrusions. You'd think that being on top of a desolate mountain in a ruined structure filled with ghosts, that I wouldn't have this many adventurers.
they're not adventurers. They're enemies.
Regardless,
Also,
this
they're
is gonna be
jerks.
attack against X. Elon Musk attempts a saving throw. No, wrong X. Wrong
Ew.
X. That is a 2. We're burning a legendary resistance. That was X's first, by the way.
Hmm.
And that is going to be 12 points of cold damage. I'm just doing the average for this. It's A's turn. A is currently stuck to the bottom of the table and is choosing to not do... Actually, no. No. A is going to bravely attempt a dart.
Dab it into his foot.
And I'm going to let A roll at advantage because A is hiding and has not actually been found. I will, however, fail my perception check to find the dart on A's character sheet. Again. That is... Ha! That's a 23. That is max damage. It's only 10 points. Actually, no, wait. That was wrong.
10
I
points
should
is
have
10
rolled for...
points.
I should have rolled it to be a crit. I'm going to add an additional 4. Ah, you see that? Those 2 points are going to make all the difference. I'm just telling you. But also, the glow on Zed had faded, and now it is renewed.
Ew.
Hey is the only one who's effectively used a dart.
Yes.
I have
yes.
concerns about this. It is Zikrin's turn. And let's see. What does Zikrin have left? Oh. Well, that is a thing that Zikrin can do.
Oh boy.
Because Zikrin's already tried it once. Zikrin casts Banishment on X because X is closer to Zikrin, and Zikrin still believes in self-preservation.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And that's another fail. That's another burned legendary resistance. Cavil.
Oh,
And this is where you had Tex hold an action, I believe.
yes. Yes, it was.
I see a purple measuring line just slowly going across the map.
Tex, please don't contest this.
Telekinesis
Capital
is still
Tex
up.
Telekinesis is still up.
I just
Cavill
realized.
drops Tex on top of the table next to Zed.
Thump. You may or may not hear a stifled eep from under the table. The table eeped.
As it probably should. That's a big thump.
Tex, you are now within melee range of a glowing proto-juror where you get to roll an advantage for an attack. Also, you have the high ground, so the fight's pretty much over. And you're still measuring to the other proto-juror, which amuses me greatly.
Well, I get 2 attacks.
I love
True.
that tone of yes. Yes, you do.
A 24 hits. Actually, I'm going to put A right here because A is under the table.
Mhm. I like this one better.
A goading attack. Well, yeah, your fight against Zikrin was going pretty well. All the attackers were going for Tex and not doing anything. And then these two come in and they're like, oh, hey, let's attack the squishier ones.
Sure.
Yeah.
That just won't do.
No.
Okay, roll all your beautiful damage. All right, applying the 14 points of Chainbreaker damage. And now you're going to throw one of your anti-nanite javelins at X.
Yes.
A 28 will hit. Roll like it's a crit, because that's one of the features built into the description.
Yeah, this is funny.
A trip attack. I just double checked. Of the many immunities that proto-jurors have, do you know that prone is not on the list? Wait, let me double check. Nope,
Oh, shoot.
nope, it's not there.
This is what happens when you're a biped.
Ellie, am
I
I
forgot to add
also...
the superiority die.
Ah, okay. I'm adding, or rather
So yes, that is
subtracting
31
this
damage.
additional 17 points. Okay. So it was 14 and 17. Both have been added. And now X is glowing. And X is also prone. Oh, wait.
Neat.
I have to make a roll for that, don't I?
Strength saving throw, yes.
Oh. Well, they have plus 10 for strength saving throws. And that's a nat 20.
And that's a nat 20.
Yes.
Ah,
So X is not prone,
So it's
but
not
A
knocked
is...
down. But
So he doesn't have to get back up again. You're never going to keep him
Versus-
down.
I still got to do the additional 17 damage.
You got through the additional 17 damage, and also the next attack on X is going to be made
Against
at advantage.
X.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And also,
yeah,
X
Tex
can't teleport
lands,
away.
comes around.
Hmm?
Tex lands, comes around with the hammer, keeps turning, and throws the javelin with her free hand behind the back.
It's very epic
Well,
looking.
not behind the back, but she turns far enough that she can throw it.
In my head canon, when Cavill used telekinesis, I almost said telekinesis other, to pick Tex up, it wasn't like I'm picking up an action figure and moving them. It was theatrical because Bard. So Tex
yes.
just did this leap 30 feet across the field to land on the table with a superhero landing and was hard on somebody else's knees for a change.
and that was Tex
Oh, and-
holding her action, so she gets to. If she's at the. Yes, there's a water elemental on Protoger, but still.
I am choosing not to use action surge quite yet, but I am moving Zed 5 feet to the east.
Moved. All right. That makes it easier for the water elemental, who already tried to hit Zed once and is now going to try to whelm Zed.
Well met.
Oh,
I did not intend that.
never mind. Apparently, whelm is one of those things where I have limited uses.
Aw. Pity.
And it recharges.
So now I'm going to use whelmed. All right. Well, this is a strength saving throw, and those are usually pretty good. Makes it.
Oof.
Just
Five
barely.
on the die.
Zed is no longer covered in splinters. All right. Next up is X. X was given a job, but X's movement has been reduced by half because X is glowing. So X can only move 30 feet this turn. Yes, only. Their movement is 60. All right.
Oh, did I roll to make my hide?
No, you said you're using the ability, but you didn't make the roll.
Oh, I should make the roll. That's what, a stealth roll?
Yeah.
Let me just make a stealth roll while I'm here. 28.
Okay. If someone's looking for you, we'll bring that up. You might also be
Yeah.
stuck to the bottom of the table.
Possibly.
Tex, it feels like you just went because you held an action, but now you get to go for realsies.
Yeah, weird. I want to check something real quick. Sorry for the silence.
I edit those out anyway.
You mean that we don't get the sound of silence?
Sometimes I edit it back in because it's funny.
I'm going to do something ridiculous.
You make a wish that no one remembers who Zed is.
No, I mean, I could do that, but it wouldn't do anything.
That, despite their best opinions on the subject, is probably not a god.
No, I just prefer to worship one.
My god's better than your god.
My god gave me phenomenal composite powers. Your god accepts levels. We are not the
No.
same.
No, the levels got given back.
So I'm going to read something to you, and then I'm going to ask you to make a decision. Is that okay?
I am listening with rapt attention.
Sometimes characters don't have their weapons and have to attack with whatever's at hand. An improvised weapon includes any object you can wield in one or two hands, such as broken glass, a table leg, a frying pan, a wagon wheel, or a dead goblin. An object that bears no resemblance to a weapon deals 1d4 damage. The GM assigns a damage type appropriate to the object. If a character uses a ranged weapon to make a melee attack or throws a melee weapon that doesn't have the thrown property, it also deals 1d4 damage. An improvised thrown weapon has a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. Crash, that last sentence is important. Can I grapple Zed?
You can definitely make the attempt.
Okay.
Also, it's worth noting, not that this is going to change the outcome of what you're attempting to do, but when you landed on this table, remember, all these tables were covered with laboratory equipment. You smashed a lot of glass, scattered books and papers. This was not a clean desk.
Well,
I just want the environment to be in your mind's eye, because it's funnier that way.
Yes.
Zikrin may have winced when you did this, as the home invaders tried to prevent the other home invaders from being more home invaders. That is a 21, and this is, of course, contested, so... Ha! That is a nat 1.
11.
I rolled a nat 1 for an 11. Congratulations, you have grappled... You have grappled the opposing murder bot. You reach out... You reach down because you're on top of a table and they aren't. And grab and hoist. You do not think you grab them by a petard, but they have been hoisted anyway.
Reach out and grab someone.
Now, I have a suspicion I know what you are doing next. And I'm going to be that GM that says, if you're doing what I think you're doing, it's going to be more than 1d4 damage.
That's
Also,
probably true.
I am aware that for the next 10 minutes, you have a bonus to basically being athletic.
Yes, which is why I rolled with advantage on the strength athletics check.
It's why I'm also willing to let you do what I think you're going to do. Oh my gosh, you rolled exactly what you needed.
Yes.
Now, did
For
you
the
roll
listeners at
advantage?
home, no, I rolled it at normal because an improvised thrown weapon has a normal range of 20 feet, and beyond that, I roll at disadvantage.
Oh, fair.
And I'm 35 feet away.
But disadvantage and advantage
For the
each
listeners at
capture each
home,
other out.
Yes. I have picked Zed up and thrown them at X and succeeded.
Yes.
With a nat
And-
1, I am going to say that Zed is definitely going to be prone. I'm going to roll for X. You were saying.
Oh, never mind.
Also, how far was that? That was... Oh, that's 65... No, that's not 65 feet.
35 feet.
Yeah, it was counting the first drag over as part of the movement and adding it as I was dragging back to measure. That threw me off. So that's going to be... I'm going to say this... Let's say this 3d6 damage.
Okay.
Wait, why am I rolling? This is your attack. You roll. I'm not counting that. I'm deleting that. Yeah, I'm glad I'm having you roll. That's a higher number. Okay, 13 points.
And Tex hops down from the table and positions herself, if I can, between the proto-jurors and the crystal.
All right. There is an additional crashing sound. There's not a thud, but there is a crashing sound from upstairs. Zikrin says something impolite.
Here's hoping that was member services sending a trebuchet.
No, the trebuchet is
Somehow I
what they
don't
use to
think we're
send
that
things. Hey, so member services, just a quick question. I know teleportation circles are how you send people, but why is this teleportation circle in the trebuchet? Don't worry about it. It's fine. Do we keep our momentum when we're teleported? I actually can't be bothered to look that up right now.
Hobby?
Yep.
When you have a moment,
Huh?
please go over and position yourself next to Zikra.
I've clicked on a bad thing.
And that's the end of my turn. Uh-oh.
Oh, it's... I fixed it, but I clicked on a thing, and then my screen filled with a list. It was a long list. It was too much of a list.
It was a longly list?
It was a long list.
Dear.
I lost all the things that I was trying to look at because they scrolled away. Hobby, it is your turn.
Hobby is going under the table. 1, 2, 3. I'm remaining hidden. Oh, they're both right there, aren't they? They're both right
Yeah.
there.
And they're prone.
And they're prone. Just a moment, I need to measure something. There's measure distance. That's 22 feet. Okay. Let me just check something else. I'm not going to measure it. No, I clicked that. I am not using the measure thing. I want to... Son of a Billy Goat, why are you like this? Okay, fine. I will click on myself from the sidebar. All right. That's why. Okay. It's small, but I think I want to do it.
Magical ambush. Starting at 9th level, you are hidden. If you are hidden from a creature when you cast a spell on it, the creature has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against the spell this turn.
And I'm going to cast Bane. It's small, but hey, you never know. It might be useful.
Who are you casting it on, Z or X?
Up to 3 creatures of my choice.
So both.
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 Whenever they make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends, they must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the attack roll or saving throw for the next minute, so long as I can maintain concentration on the sucker.
For the record, they're both where Z is, but I had to move X because I could not click on either.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1 success.
With a 9?
2 successes.
Charisma. They're that charismatic?
To be fair, Z just made it.
They're warlocks.
Well, Z is specifically.
Anything I can do to bots them? Well, foo.
They're also
Well, there's
cyborgs. They
that.
have a lot of computing power, which makes them more wise.
It's not wisdom, it's charisma.
Oh. Why was that?
Those are supposed to...
Oh. It's because of other things put in place. Their charisma is -1. Well, X's is. But still has a bonus to saving throws for charisma.
Huh.
In Zed's case, Zed happens to be a warlock, so charismatic. In X's case, X is too lacking in critical thinking skills to know you're trying to do a thing.
Well,
Regardless.
phooey.
Is this something that does half damage? Or no, it's Bane.
No,
It
it's Bane.
It applies a status effect. Okay.
It applies a status effect. I don't actually have any damage spells because, well...
You adopted the box. I was born in it. Wait, wrong Bane. Never mind.
And I'm supposed to be next to Do I need to be next to, or do I need to be in front of
Close enough to
Are-
touch.
close enough to touch? Okay, yeah, I'm close enough to touch. I can grab an ankle from under the table here. In that case, I think that's all that I've managed to manage for this one.
Okay.
I don't think I have any other cool abilities that I can do unless I need to rehide or something. Do I need to rehide? Because if I do, I'm going to do it because it's a bonus action.
Go ahead.
Okay, I do my stealth again. You saw which one I'm using for it. What? Oh, that's going to be fun.
Okay.
You saw nothing. Those are supposed to be private rolls. Ignore them.
A mere 18 this time.
Okay. We will just keep that in mind. It is Zed's turn. Zed uses half of their movement to stand upright. They do stand upright on top of X because, of course, they do. Why can't I make you?
I was getting up.
That should be unstable ground, you'd think.
Actually, a protégeur is pretty stable. Zed is going to move over here and over to here.
Wiggling?
At no point does Zed invoke an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Right. Well, at least we can do the mission. At least we can do the mission.
What?
With a 15, Zed grabs onto this giant crystal thing and lifts it up slightly. And I really mean that you could fit a piece of paper underneath it. But you don't think you'd use your hide action to hide underneath it.
Hobby might.
Hobby is liquid. Being, a cat.
Yes, but with how heavy this thing looks, it's possible that it could come back down again, and then
Then I'd be
Hobby would
squished.
dodge.
No.
a liquid still
I'd have
has
to dodge.
3 dimensions. You would not.
I would want to dodge away from that.
And actually,
It's a large object. That's an area of effect attack.
Right.
it's a 10
Yes,
by
that's what
10
my dodge
space.
is
You
for.
would also be 10 by 10. Regardless. Right. Just need to... X, give me a hand. One moment, boss. The elemental cannon does not have line of sight.
Ah, curses.
I'm telling you, it's not going to be in the attic. Of course it's going to be down here. That's what I said. Yes, but I'm saying it more assertively. A small kobold with a floppy hat comes down the stairs. Right, what's all this
Hey.
then?
Ah, hello, founders.
OSHA
Tom.
violation! OSHA violation!
I'd like to register just so it's known that I really was trying to stay out of smacking range.
I understand.
It's true.
I believe in you. You hear a voice coming from upstairs. It's not Mo's turn of the initiative order yet. He can't come downstairs. It's Monty's turn of the initiative order. Also, what's Monty's movement?
A lot.
Oh,
Well,
Monty is based off of a kobold that I added things to. Monty was
Yeah.
made before we had a license for Foundry VTT, which is the thing where we can take a monster and just toss it in. Well, toss character levels onto it. You can't do that in D&D Beyond, and I originally made Monty in D&D Beyond. So Monty does have a movement speed. That is not all. That'd be
Astounding.
funny. Does have dark vision 180 feet. That's nice. But that's not what I'm looking
he's a
for.
rogue!
Walk. Well, Monty has a movement of 40. So
A
Monty
stroll.
Monty moves to there. Oh,
Hello, fellow rogue.
hello, A. Good job hiding. Be right back.
I'm invisible.
Bonus action dash.
Crash, we
Over-
cannot see this token.
Yeah, I keep
Yes.
forgetting to make them visible. There we go. Bonus action dashes over to X, who is still prone, leans over X and says, "You know, I get an advantage if you're prone." What?
Sneak attack!
In fact, yes, Monty yells sneak attack. Well, here's the
Technically,
thing.
Monty is an old school kobold, too.
Yes. But here's the thing. Monty has a magical weapon. I haven't brought this up much, but It's one of my favorite magic weapons of all time.
Dagger of snake attacks.
Awesome dagger of sneak, question mark in parentheses, attacks +1. You have a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this weapon. If a player and character yell sneak attack before rolling to hit, they expend a charge to make an attack with roll advantage. If the roll would normally be made with disadvantage, the character may instead spend 2 charges. So Monty doesn't have to spend a charge, but Monty does so anyway because reasons.
Because reasons include a critical success?
It means I thought it was cool.
No, Monty has triple advantage.
That's not a thing. Also, it was a nat 20.
Yes.
So we're going to roll the damage for a critical hit with a dagger. That's only 18 points of damage with a dagger.
But then there's the sneak attack damage.
But then there's the sneak attack damage. And did I mention that Monty is a level 18 rogue?
Mm-hmm. I don't think you've mentioned the level, but...
It's worth bringing up that Monty's a level 18 rogue. In addition to being an ancient red dragon, but we're not talking about that.
Right, he's just this little kobold who happens to be a level 18 rogue, yes.
Well,
Hobby is feeling
I've
a lot of
been
rogue solidarity here. Yes, rogue solidarity here.
Where is my sneak attack?
I don't know.
Beth, where do you look for your sneak attack?
I look for my sneak attack in my abilities.
These are not in alphabetical order, which is really throwing me off.
No, they are not in alphabetical order. It's under other features, and it's bright pink.
Bright pink. Slippery mind? No. Sneak attack? Yes. I'm gonna have to roll this twice because it's not giving me an opportunity for rolling crit.
Well, that's rude.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to roll sneak attack twice.
Ooh, 31. And 34. 65.
Apply. Monty does a lot of damage.
Yes.
I stab you with my steely knife.
Total.
Yes. The table is saying yes, yes, in a quiet, stealthy fashion.
Yes, I hear
Monty,
you over
would
there.
Would you like to be introduced? Monty, would you like to be introduced?
Is this one of the beings who was trying to mess with another kobold?
Yes. This one is Zed. The one on the floor, whom you have just stabbed, is X.
Well, here's the thing.
The gentleman over by the table is Zikrin, who voluntarily gave up his control over the genie we were hired to free.
Ah, good job, you. And Monty will basically does a scout salute, Boy Scout salute over in Zikrin's way without really looking at Zikrin that much. It means I won't have to kill you. Who are you people?
Please allow me to do the reverse introduction. Zikrin, Zed, X. The gentleman who has just entered the room is known as the Mountain Core, the most powerful kobold I have ever met. Called him grandfather.
Actually, the Mountain Core is somebody else entirely who you've never met. Let's not worry about that.
Oh, yes. He's Monty.
Yes. I know who you're talking about. That is the god for the clan that I'm from. But that's besides the point. You two, here's the thing. You kind of sort of smell like kobolds, but I know kobolds, and you're not kobolds. You may have been, but you're not. However, you have endangered a kobold. And here's the thing about me and kobolds. I like to collect them. You might even say I hoard them. And you're after one that I've claimed. Hello. Boss?
General Kenobi.
Boss, I feel threatened.
Me too. I'm glad I don't have a digestive system anymore. Me too.
A's turn. A's gonna throw another dart.
A continues to cling to the underside of the table.
Yeah, A has not stopped clinging to the underside of the table. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20.
A is throwing this at Zed.
Bogarting all the nat 20s.
I don't mean for my characters, my helper NPC who's deliberately underpowered, to be constantly hitting with these things. However, I'm okay with it.
The dice don't lie. It's just funny.
Hey,
There's a reason why I'm making all these rolls be
That's
public.
true. That's true.
only-
You hit with the javelin. Yes.
That is only 10 points of damage, but I'm definitely applying that to Zed. That was an attack against Zed.
Ow! I'm trying to lift something here.
And now you're glowing.
Yes. It is Zikrin's turn.
In
Zikrin,
just a moment,
Hmm?
I will gladly show you how to lift things.
Dost thou even lift? Sorry. Girl genius joke.
a friend of mine likes to say, "Dost thou even hoist?"
Uh-huh.
Zikrin can't do that because Zikrin does not have a remaining 4th level spell slot.
Aw.
So Zikrin is going to try to cast Banishment at 5th level
Don't banish Monty. Monty's on our side.
on Zed because Zed is the one trying to take the crystal, and Zikrin does not want that to happen.
Will you just leave?
No, not without this. And I can't do that until I stop glowing. It's kind of weird.
Okay. It is weird that you don't show up. There we go. Another protogeur comes down the stairs. Oof, it's kind of weird that we have to come down one at a time. It's like we're taking turns or something. The stairs are wide enough for all of us. Yes, but it's theatrical. I know these things. If you say so. Oh, hello, everyone.
I know that voice. Hello, Angle.
Based on what I heard Sclera saying, you're the reason why I actually have free will again. Thank you so much for that. Well, saying is an odd way of putting it. Screaming might be a better word.
I'm
Here she's
pleased to
upset.
hear that the wish took effect.
It was a wish. Well, that makes much more sense. How did you get a wish?
I did a favor.
I need to have the same friends you have.
Well, to be fair, we got hired by a
So,
Jen.
I'm glad to hear you're no longer under her control. And I'm very sorry for knocking you off a building.
Oh, if I didn't want that to happen, it wouldn't have happened. But also,
Granted.
do you know, these Eldritch Turrets thingies still work.
Oh, delightful.
I rolled that wrong. Because
Uh-oh.
that should have been an advantage because she's aiming at Zed, who is glowing. Nope, that's not a crit. It's not a crit. It would have been
Oh, no.
hilarious to crit with an Eldritch Black Cannon's turn it this time, but no. Fine. Normal damage.
Poppy's just having so much vicarious glee.
This is called The Fight's Running Long. Don't want to just end it because they can't teleport away because these attacks still happen. Let's bring on more NPCs because somebody got their freedom and then went straight to Flag and said, "Hey, things are changing. Do you happen to know where these adventurers are?" And Mo said, "I think I do."
Mo definitely does.
Mo always does, whether or not he wants to. The 29 also
Poor Mo.
hits because Proto-Juror. Lots of damage.
Poppy is feeling extremely vindicated right now. Or something.
Ow, ow, ow. Friendly fire, friendly fire.
Oh, there's nothing friendly between us. It is Cavil's turn.
Careful. Let's see. Whoa, that is not what I meant to do.
Hi, Mo.
That is also not what I meant to do. Why does it keep dropping me?
What's-
Whatever. 30 feet.
I love that this is such a heroic moment, but also there are two characters clinging to the underside of tables right now.
Poppy isn't clinging to the underside of the table yet. Poppy is simply under the
Has
table.
melded with the shadows underneath the table.
Yes,
Possibly loathed, but we can't
You know.
tell because you rolled for stealth.
exactly.
22 hit points back to Tex, Hobby, and me.
Oh, thank goodness. Plus 22.
Thank you. Say thank goodness.
Thank you. What? Isn't your name Goodness?
More I'm meaning that I'm the one who's bloodied.
Well, if I can get to you, I'll try to fix that.
Sorry, I put myself in air jail. But
soon
I
as I
think
get-
that if I'm healing myself, I should heal some other people too.
Thank you.
There we go. Fighting with Foundry to remove the template because that's an instant spell, more or less, so the template shouldn't be remaining on the field. Unless I was wrong and it's a
Indeed.
longer lasting effect. But that's Mass Cure Rune, so it is.
It's not.
Okay. Cavil, do you do anything else?
That was my action. Yes, I will give bardic inspiration to Angle. I think she deserves it.
She appreciates it. Right. So, Mo comes down the stairs. Now, for those people who listen to the GURPS Wars campaigns, they might be aware of how Antuxa likes to make entrances. Mo is not wearing an outfit similar to Antuxa. Mo is finely dressed, but not elaborately dressed. It's a decent suit. Yes, you've seen him wear this one before. That's irrelevant. He doesn't feel like he needs to have a new suit every time. Some people tell him otherwise. He scoffs. I am referencing things.
Yes, you are.
However, he does come down the stairs with a gravitas that says that even if you know you've seen him in the suit before, you know he pulls the suit off well, and therefore you're not going to say anything about that.
Mm-hmm.
After all, you should just be honored to be in his presence, and then most of you shake that off. One of you might actually believe that truly, but the rest of you shake that off.
Abby likes him.
Well, yes, but you're not honored to just be in his presence.
That's true. Honored isn't quite the right word. A cat may look at a warlock, at a bard, or warlock, or anybody, you know.
Ah, well, let's take a stock of the situation here. I see that Cavil is floating in the air outside of melee distance. Wonderful. Good to see it. Good to see it. A lot of stuff that looks like we might have to have a discussion later over there. Zikrin, was it?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. I think that we can have a mutually beneficial discussion. You are going to enjoy meeting me, young man.
What? Yeah.
Trust me, young man. Well, what to do? I have all of these tools in my toolbox, and I'm not quite sure which one would be the best.
The one that looks awesomest and most sparkly, of course.
Well, yes, there is something to be said about flair, but I don't feel like summoning a greater demon right now. Oh, what? I said I'm not doing that. Don't worry. You are so uppity. But I understand. There's a lot of people in your home and you weren't expecting them to be there. You didn't want them to be there. Well, Mo briefly considers summoning a lesser demon instead, just because. Doesn't.
Just because Mo is a horrible goose.
I'm not horrible. I've been told I'm incredibly pleasant. The nicest tiefling that most people ever meet. And my bargains are always fair.
Did Hobby once call Mo a horrible goose in the future when Mo was actually kind of a god? Probably.
Mo has also been called a horrible goose several times in this timeline, but that's besides the point. Cavil, how many hit points are you missing?
32.
You gain 21 back. Mo casts Cure Wounds on you.
Aww.
At range,
How-
impressive.
Bows.
Which is really funny because you're floating in midair, so you sort of
Yes.
just fold in half.
No, you could
It's
just sort of
sort of a stage bow kind of thing.
you can do that. You just have to orient yourself, and yeah, perfectly reasonable.
It's incredibly cromulent.
Mhm.
Tex, do you currently have Bardic Inspiration still?
No, it was past angle.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot you can't give it to more than one person at once.
It's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Tex, you are doing a fantastic job. Keep it up. Love seeing great things from you. Big fan, big fan. My Bardic Inspiration is a D12, by the way.
Thank you.
Also, I don't think it does go away when you give it to someone else.
Oh, okay.
For this fight, I'm going to make the one-time rule saying
Yeah.
it stacks.
Oh, wow.
Look, you're fighting things with an AC of 23. I will give you this boon. The water elemental just stays there because I cannot be bothered to roll its attacks anymore. I am done with it.
The water elemental is feeling unloved and is just going to sulk. Well, it was told to stop that when it accidentally burned up the sparkle thing.
It is X's turn. X will invoke an attack of opportunity from Monty because, quite frankly, X is not one to be near Monty. But that does also mean that Monty gets an attack of opportunity.
That's always the problem, is that when you try to get away from something, if you aren't a rogue, so that you can, get away from things in a nice, hidey, agile fashion.
Monty does
Theo,
not.
you're 100% right, and I have been misreading a sentence in the description of Bardic Inspiration since I made Daldane.
Oh no.
It says a creature can only have one Bardic Inspiration die at a time, not only one creature can have your Bardic Inspiration die at a time.
Oh.
And I'm going to tell you, for this specific situation, not setting a
That
precedent.
wouldn't have mattered.
when Mo gives you a Bardic Inspiration, it stacks with Cavils.
Okay.
This actually weirdly would make sense. After all, Cavil is Mo's warlock. In some weird way, they're almost the same, but not quite.
No, the Warlock thing is, we're not going to talk, we will not discuss the Warlock thing. The Bard thing, that's all Cavil.
And yet.
The attack of opportunity hits and does 14 points of stabbity stab damage, but X walks around Tex, never moving more than 5 feet away. Possibly like a little laser yardstick appears, projected onto the floor, as X walks around carefully, not extending beyond what the yardstick says. He gets over and attempts to lift the giant crystal. And that's a 23. This crystal is now lifted because there are 2 protojurors picking it up.
Right. Now all we gotta do is teleport out of here. We gotta teleport out of here. We're gonna Oh, that's right. You're still glowing with that other stuff, aren't you? Don't rub it in. No, I don't need to rub it in. It's already inside of me. Stop!
It's
We're
glitter. It never comes out.
We're just gonna wait until the end of my next turn, and then this'll be fine. You have a strange definition of the word fine.
Also, it is Tex's turn.
I'm trying to decide what's funniest. How do contested grapple rolls work? Like if you're trying to take something away from someone.
For this, I'm just going to treat it like a normal grapple check. You roll, I roll. But they're going to get to roll at advantage because there's 2 of them.
All right. Well, I am going to move around Zed, never getting more than 5 feet from X.
Right now, they can't make a melee attack against you for an attack of opportunity because their hands are otherwise occupied. But good idea.
Yes.
And I'm not going to open your character sheet to make a roll.
22. Not bad.
No, stop trying to take that. No. It's ours. It's ours. We saw it first.
What did you mean?
We saw it first, and there is no one worth talking about that can correct us.
I told you I would give you a demonstration on how to lift things. You see, even as mechanical beings, we need to worry about our joints. And so we should lift with the knees and not with the back.
I lift with my hands.
41. So that's
Now, how did you roll 2d20? Oh, 2d20 keep higher. So that's advantage.
Yes.
Okay. But also, because I said the Bardic Inspiration stacks, there's a 1d10 in there and a 1d12 in there.
And yes, I still have Peerless Athlete up. So the weight I can lift is double.
So, dear listeners, that's an 18 plus 10 plus 3.
Plus 10.
Plus 10, because you have a plus 5 and a plus 5 from other things.
Yes.
I said 18
For a
plus 10 plus 3,
total
and
of-
then I started doing the 1 plus 2 plus 3. No, that doesn't matter.
Yeah. For a total of 41 on the grapple check.
You pull this giant crystal away from them effortlessly and just sort of like hold it over your left shoulder with ease.
Yeah, I was going to say I hoist it up and lift it over my shoulder and just settle it on my shoulder.
The ground underneath you is like masonry on top of rock formation on top of a mountain, and you're pretty sure you still sunk in a little bit.
Now, I am going to take this over here for the time being.
You just walk away past Monty. Because you yank it out of their hands are free to make 2 slam attacks.
And they get attacks of opportunity.
Yes.
A 30 will hit.
Isn't an attack of opportunity usually only one attack?
They each get to one.
Yes.
There's
and
two.
Oh,
there.
they were right, but for some reason
Yeah.
I thought one of those was Angle.
Angle's up over in the corner.
Oh, it's because only Zed's name shows.
Well,
All right. They
even
do their
Zed's
damage for the
name.
slam attacks.
Even Zed's name shouldn't be showing because they all look alike. Okay, that's a 26 points of damage and a
That's
22 points
48.
of damage. So they're wailing on you and just casually walking away anyway.
Yeah.
And this is not a visual media, but I just held my arm up, curved, as if carrying a large container over one shoulder.
Yep.
I love this. I hope you don't mind that this game is running incredibly along, but this is hilarious to me. I love that I added several high-powered NPCs, and still, it's the actions of the players that are making the difference here.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else you do, Tex?
Yes.
I have moved the sparkly thing, so it's on Tex.
I have a second attack.
you casually walk away, ignoring their strikes against you until you're on the other side of Monty, and then you turn and throw a javelin.
Yes. At the one that isn't currently glittering.
That would be X. And that, oh, alas, after all of that. Actually, no, the javelin was a 31. That's 11 points of damage.
Yes.
For some reason, I looked at the 11 and said, oh, you missed. No, that's how much you hit it for.
Mhm.
Okay. And there we go. You're right side up now.
There should probably be another D6 because hitting with it on a nanite-based
Oh, yeah.
creature is crit.
Oh, yeah. 2 more. Poor X.
All right. To be fair, X wasn't born into the clan. X joined.
Yeah.
That is a very poor decision on X's part.
I mean, I got this spiffy new body that you keep hitting.
You started it.
You started. You could have just
No.
let us take the things.
No,
Oh my god.
that
do
would
you,
be stealing, and stealing is wrong.
Do you see the effect that this sparkle glow thing is doing to Tex's avatar?
Yeah.
That is so freaking cool. It looks like we're seeing little bits of circuitry in there.
Yep.
Anyway.
That's
Tex,
the anime glow thing.
yes. Tex,
And
did you
her
do
eyes are
anything else?
blazing blue. Zed, X, I understand your motivation, but at the moment you are so wildly outclassed that I strongly encourage you to give up. And if you ever come after A again, I will come after you, and it will be for the express purpose of letting everybody else in this room know where you are. Do you understand me?
I think I do.
Perhaps
Zed
it's
will-
time for you to go home.
Zed doesn't have facial features like kobolds have anymore.
Right.
So this robot face just stares at you for a few seconds and then says,
Not without X.
I understand. If you both will use your next available opportunity to leave, we will forbear from attacking. Agreed?
Agreed.
Thank you. I'm very, very glad that we didn't have to destroy you.
This time.
I could go either way.
That's my turn.
Okay. Hobby, do you hold your action?
Do they have anything pickpocketable?
They do not. I don't think you want a handful of their nanites.
That is what Mage Hand is for.
I don't think you want a mage handful of their nanites. That would be like saying, I'm going to pickpocket some of that bleeding person's guts.
No. Actually, do they have any chinks or anything in their armor or whatnot?
They have both taken a severe amount of damage. Also, I am very much amused that the icon that I used for Monty, because it's the figurine of adorable power, yes, Monty is in kobold form here, and should really just be a hat that you might see some feet sticking out from underneath. The figure makes it look like Monty is a little baby chibi dragon in attack pose, going "Arr, arr."
Just for grin.
So after the deal of if you promise to leave, we'll stop attacking you, you are measuring up to attack them.
No. I want to know if I can use Mage Hand, my invisible Mage Hand, sleight of hand, to drop my flagstone unnoticed into one of the rents on Zed's carapace.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
Details, that's in sleight of hand. 26? Wait, that's a 19. 19 is lower than 26.
Usually. Depends on who's doing the accounting.
Well, yes.
It depends on if I end up owing money or not.
Well, this is someone taking advantage of rents by using the invisible hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You might say that in this case, Hobby was being a rent seeker.
Sorry.
Zed holds their action. Zikrin holds the elemental cannon's action, although they're now in line of sight.
Also, their power source has been moved.
Monty holds his action, but does so while using his dagger of sneak attack to pick his teeth, which allows him to grin.
In a way that
holds the underside of the table.
that's fair.
Zikrin silently rages against everything. Angle
Also fair, really.
continues to line up the crosshairs of the Eldritch cannons on Zed or X. It's hard to tell which. Cavil, do you hold your action?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to make a roll for something else that I should have done when Hobby did a thing.
Sorry.
No. You did everything just fine. But my wondering... Oh, yeah. I'm not too shocked.
Monty sees the little
Monty sees
flagstone
all.
skating across.
Monty sees the air molecules bouncing around. Monty sees 3 peaks over. There is a brown bear that also sees everything that Monty sees. They just nod at each other. Mo does not see anything.
Distracted, clearly.
Tex does.
Yep, you made
Tex
your
got a
perception.
28. Tex saw it, yeah.
Yep.
Mo is not just going to hold an action, though. Mo is going to walk over to here, next to Cavil.
Aw. And slightly underneath.
Well, yes, because Mo is not currently using a magical item to float 15 feet in the air.
Exactly.
That's Cavil's thing. Mo doesn't want to feel derivative. Yes, good artists borrow, great artists steal. And Mo is a great artist. But he steals magical items or has underlings steal them and then reproduces them and sells them for discount prices. This is a different kind of stealing, and that's beneath Mo.
Right.
And since Cavil is above Mo, Cavil can't be stolen from. Great. Now that I've worked out that logic. Cavil,
Yes.
part of helping from the rear means when you have an opportunity to move further away. That's usually when you're supposed to do that. Just so you know. I know you're ready for things, but you could have been ready over there. Mo says this
They're
after
not
having...
really
Hmm?
out of range of their cannons.
True, but you would have been in closer range to me.
Aw.
And with that, Mo holds his action. The water elemental drips. X's turn. X holds their action. At the end of their turn, they're no longer glowing. With that requirement meant, Zed...
Dead X. If you'd like repairs and better bodies, you know where to find us. You don't have to do what she says.
Are you someone who would help me bring back Melithomax to help rule the world?
Sharing is a very useful thing for gods.
Green dragons don't share well. And
This tends to make a lot of enemies.
it does.
I'm not sure if I could help you, but Sclerora is bringing back Melithomax so that she can siphon Melithomax's energy and kill her again.
Yeah, I thought of that. But you know, thanks to you, I think I'm more prepared for that than I was before.
Well, go have fun
Whenever
with her.
you choose to, if you ever choose to seek us out, we'll be there.
I'll keep that in mind. Well, I'd like to say it was fun, but you really embarrassed me today. Right. X, let's get out of here.
And with that, they teleport away.
X will return the crystal to its place.
Now I've got to find the button I clicked to drag it. There we go. I put it back. I put the candle back,
Cavill.
everyone.
Cavill, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you use your flagstone to tell member services that my flagstone has been vanished off to, I don't know, probably somewhere where spring weather is?
You hear Monty yell, "Already on it," and then Monty goes back to saying something into his flagstone.
Thank you.
Hey, you can come out now.
As A comes out, Monty continues to say things into the flagstone. Most of it is under his breath, but every now and then he gets louder and like, "No, seriously. How many explosives does my granddaughter have on the moon right now? You should know these things."
Concerning.
Zifram,
What do you mean she gave them to
you
a
have
Jawa?
kept-
What's a Jawa?
Anyway, I talked over Ellie.
you have done as I asked, and you have aided us against the predators. For that, I thank you. I have no intention of leaving with your crystal, and I apologize for damaging your equipment.
Yeah, well, you did make sure the crystal didn't get stolen. It's a pretty valuable power source.
Indeed.
Gonna use
Her
that
eyes are
thing,
still glowing through her face mask.
gonna use that thing to lift this whole castle off of the ground. It's gonna be really neat.
I hope the foundations are going to hold with it.
Well, there needs to be a lot of shoring up. I'm not ready for liftoff quite yet, mind you.
What are you going to do with the ghosts?
They can come along if they want.
Fair.
Let me know if I can help.
And let me know
I
if
look
you need
forward.
any additional equipment. I don't think you need to
At a
pay-
discount. So, shall we go home?
I would very much like
Yes.
to go home.
Monty, is everything all right?
Monty is silent for a bit, and the jaw moves like he's trying to say a few things, and then he just blurts out, "I didn't get to kill anything this time.
I'm very sorry.
I used to go out and have adventures every single day. It was really fun, and now I just have paperwork. Why do I have so much paperwork? Go about my statue should have people doing the paperwork for me."
I sympathize.
Mo whispers to Cavill,
Give him extra because it annoys him so much. Most of it's pointless.
You know, I was wondering.
Half of it's mine, which I just assume is pointless. If it's not pointless, someone's gonna tell me eventually.
Some people don't change.
I got 3 accountants that do most of it for me. It's fine.
Besides, I find it greatly advantageous to leave my opponents alive whenever possible. And Tex is looking directly at Angle when she says that.
Angle salutes you.
There has been enough death at my hands. So, what do you say we go home and celebrate and end it here?
I just want to say, home is family. Offer a hand.
A takes it.
Oh.
And
He's got 3 more.
A spends a good 6 seconds trying to get their claws from their other hand unstuck from underneath the table. They were holding it very tightly. And on that note,
that's fair.
It was an
That-
effective hide.
it was an effective hide.
Yes.
That is where we're going to end it for tonight. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you everyone for playing. That was a 3-hour game before cutting out the silences, and it wasn't even our finale, although someone expedited it tonight. Just saying. More than one of you did. Well done. Who wants to plug a thing?
Leo's mom
Oh, yeah.
writes books.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. And you can find a list of them at elizabethmccoy.com. And you can ask your library to buy them, or you can check out the Hoopla app. You know, stuff like that. And speaking of cool things,
I put all the stuff that I make over on aaronbsmith.com. That includes these podcasts, where if you go to aaronbsmith.com/cogwheel, for each of the campaigns, they have their own RSS feed if you click on them. And you could also subscribe to the RSS feed to rule them all and get the fire hose if you really want that. We also have a Patreon, patreon.com/cogwheelgaming, where you can help us keep the lights on, along with other illustrious patrons, including Ellie, Shan Shen, Walter, Liv Droman, and Patron Emeritus Cindy. Until next time, this is Crash saying, why don't we go on more of these missions? This was quite fun. Mostly because people don't seem to be able to tell the difference between us. What do you mean? They say we sound alike. Really? Yes. You don't sound anything like me. That's what I tell them. People don't believe me. You'd think I'd be able to convince them.
Member services, which one of you is it this time?
It's, me.
Oh yeah, your voice I know. We'll put you in contact.
Okay. So you're saying this thing I found in my armor is, a thing to contact Flag. Okay. Should I have brought this here?
Probably. Let me patch you over to Cogbucket. He'll know what to do.
Maybe I'm just not gonna tell Sclerora about this.
Do what you want. Next.
Good night, everybody. All of this is canon. Especially the canon.